Welcome to another episode, everyone. Big U hits the Crip module, and now he takes off on Goofy from 8 Straight Gangster. Just gets off on him, and things go way left. This is part 2 of Big U hits the Crip module and crashes out. Also, Rockhead, the OG from Santana Block, in question, pulls up.
I had just got the 4800. I hadn't never even seen nobody from no other gangs. And like I said, what I had did to them dudes in the day room was kind of like my mentality. So we coming from shower one day, I see Goofy from 8 Straight Gangster. I don't even know Goofy is from 8 Straight. All I remember him is from Horseman. We all went to Horseman together. And I'm talking to him, and he tell me where he from. And it was my first time really hearing somebody say that. I get off on him. And when I get off on him, we square up, and the police make us go lock up. So they like, then we go to, they called me to go to visit. When we go to visit, they put me on the chain with Raton from 8 Straight. And we going up the escalator, homie was just talking about that the other day. I had kicked him. I leaned down and hit him with a hook kick on the escalator. And the police rushed me and was talking crazy to me. And then we went from there. So when we get back to the module, they like calling all the homies to come down to the shower. Saying they gonna put.
I saw you weak and salty. I saw you weak and salty.
What up, fool?
Now let's get that other half of the story, right?
Yo, Rockhead. Look at the little guy.
That's the little guy you was talking about.
Yeah.
So Rockhead, Big U was telling us about when he met you. All that CCO, go work out, clean up shit, right?
I did all that? Yes, you did.
And he said your story different from his. So that's why I wanted you to surprise him. Let's hear your side of the story. When you met Big U in 4800.
When I first saw you in 4800, you was holding somebody's head like this, and you was pounding on him.
That was 3 days later, though.
But look, you was pounding on him. I mean, dude couldn't even fight back, didn't want to fight back. He just gave in. And I said, "What you doing, dude? What the fuck you doing?" I mean, it's like having sex with a girl.
Was you coming back from you was coming back from with Hoover Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you already had been there. You already had made them work out. Then they moved you to the other side. When you had all this coming through
But
praising
we talking about when I met you, though.
That's what
that was the day. That was in there.
Okay.
When they all came through. Let me tell you, these niggas, when this nigga came to 4800, all them niggas who was running 4800, all changed.
Right.
All the niggas, should I say their names? When this nigga, and I didn't know who he was. Like I said, I didn't know like who he meant to the Crip car. I'm a young nigga, I'm only 18. And then when he got in there, he seemed too old to remember. He made all them niggas start working out.
He too old to remember?
Yeah, he made all them niggas start working out. He had them niggas in the back doing cadence. Cause it was the first time I heard a nigga say machine in motion. I hadn't even heard that before. I never heard that till I heard you, till you had them doing it in the day. I was like, George, you down there? What I'm saying? Nah, but I'm watching these niggas, you know what I'm saying? And you had them niggas working out. You was talking about clean.
And of course, machine in motion is just a workout when everyone is together, the brothers are together, a group of individuals doing burpees more than likely. And machine in motion, it just means that, you run in place as you're doing your burpees, or as the burpees are on the other crew or whomever's next to you, whatever. You just stay in motion at all times with the machine being the workout. Machine in motion, so you just stay in motion with the machine at all times. So again, this is Rockhead. This is OG Rockhead from Santana Block, Compton, Crip, that just pulled up and surprised Big U right here during this interview. This is Kev Mac video. Shout out to Kev Mac. Interviewing Big U here some years ago, just bringing you all some history. As I said, in part 1, I speak about the county jail often and the brutality of the Los Angeles County Jail. It's not to be overstated. You cannot overstate it. And perhaps people may think that sometimes I do. This is just to let you know, that I'm not. So Big U was detailing what goes on in that Los Angeles County Jail. Particularly at that time, it was much more vicious at that time than it is now, but it is still extremely dangerous. So this is Rockhead, who was an OG, and he is either from one of the head individuals at that time, anyway, in the CCO and the Blue Notes, Crip organizations there in prison. And so when he hits the Los Angeles County Jail, when he hits 4800, as Big U is detailing, he can't understand how come everyone is, deferring to Rockhead and bowing down to him, if you will. Even the individuals who are some individuals in there that are really about that life, they're still deferring to this individual as soon as he walk in. Big U, he's being hard-headed. He's 18 years old. He can't understand why this dude is getting all of this respect. Yeah, well, there's a reason.
Up, you was like, and you was telling them about how when you get to the pen, you gonna have to be clean, you gonna have to do this, you can't be spitting in the sink. You was the first person I heard say all that shit.
Rockhead, what made you feel like you was in charge?
Nigga, I'm Joe Rockhead, nigga. I didn't ask for it, but I'm Joe Rockhead.
So you just walked in and just took over?
I'm Joe Rockhead.
Okay, give me a definition
what more
of Joe
do you
Rockhead.
Want, man? What?
I need a full definition.
No, my mama that gave
you walked into a lion's den.
Huh?
And there was plenty soldiers up in there. Was plenty gladiators. There was plenty people
what was a lion's den?
4800.
No, not to me.
No, he ain't lying.
Hey, so not to me.
He ain't exaggerating. Them niggas bow down
not like that. I see. Think about it.
Like
he keeps saying they bow down.
They did. I'm telling you. He want to be modest. I swear to God, on my life. On my life.
I like Big U's version.
When this nigga walked in, I mean, I had already been there. I've been there for like about a week, and they couldn't move us in no cell.
What happened in the holding tank when you had like 14 people from eight different neighborhoods, and they all wanted to beat you up?
Shit, that was every time I went to.
No, but we was all shackled down. When I walked in, they was all talking about getting you. Said I fight 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah, that was.
And you didn't believe him.
That was every time I went to court.
I know, but it was new to me.
Yeah, every time I went to court,
everybody was new to me. But you was kind of shocked when I spoke up. Like hell no.
Cause I'm like, soon as I get these chains off, we all finna get out.
And I said, no,
he
1 or 2 at a time. That's what he gonna get.
Yeah.
I said, ain't nobody else gonna jump in.
Give me 3 of them at a time, and I
said, what you want? He said, I want 3. I'm like, that's what made me gravitate.
Okay, you added a number because you told me 2.
2. I said 2. No, he said 2, 3, and 4. No, he said he wanted to fight. He'd fight 3 or 4 at a time. Yeah. And then I said, no. When I spoke, I said, I ain't gonna jump on homeboy. I said, how many you want to fight? He said, I want 2. That I remember. I want 2. And I'm like, and I was impressed because he was young. He was skinny. He ain't skinny no more.
Damn, bro. Come on,
Hey, and so when he put his demo down, what was you thinking then?
I was impressed. I was so fucking impressed. I actually liked this motherfucker. I didn't like.
Yeah, Big U was saying in part 1. Go check out part 1 if you have not. And he was saying then that he wanted to go to 4800. 4800 was the Crip module at this time. They're talking about 1986. When Big U pulled up there at 18 years old to 4800, to the Crip module. He said he asked to go to 4800. Essentially, he wanted to go to 4800 because he wanted to prove himself. He knew that was the module. And it was indeed. I mean, 4800 at that time was extremely, extremely infamous, still is, decades later, for the mayhem that was 4800. It was extremely vicious and violent at that time. Again, still is, but it was on a different level back then. And I can just imagine an 18-year-old skinny individual walking in there, wanting to go in there to prove himself. Then he's not turning down any phase, and it's a lot of bloodshed going on in there because that's just the nature of it. And so I can see Big U saying, I'll squabble 3 of these dudes, 2 or 3 of them, whatever. Take the chains off. I'm gonna squabble 3 of y'all at a time, 2 or 3 of y'all at a time. Oh man,
like a lot of people.
Even though it was Crip on Crip violence, you still liked it, huh?
I liked it him. I didn't like the Crip on Crip violence. I despise it even now today. But I liked how he represented himself. He didn't go at them. They came at him.
Was it reminiscent of CCO? What you saw in CCO, and then you came to 4800? Did he remind you of that?
It had nothing to do with at that time.
No,
I dismantled CCO.
Like don't look at it.
I dismantled CCO at that time.
Yeah, because Mouse came down right after you, right?
No, they came before me and they left. Him, Big Ant, and Sue, came to the county jail when I dismantled CCO on the shoe yard.
Then they came back.
Then they got off the bus. I got on the bus. And that's when they said Rockhead couldn't do this by himself. And that's when they had the little skirmish with everybody on the yard. That's when they rushed me to high power when they said all the rank and file got hit. Then everybody spoke up for me and brought me back down to 48.
So draws, Rockhead leaves. Who pulls your coat and lets you know who this dude is?
Now I found out who he was. I found out who Rockhead was while he was there. Because then they had after we in the day room, they had moved Rockhead to the other side. And then that's why I seen him at court. Because I had so many cases, I was going to court every single day. I was going to court every single. I was at court so much, man. I fell asleep in the courthouse. That's how I ended up getting the best lawyer I ever met, man. His name was Roger. Not Roger. His name was damn, man. That's stupid. All my cases.
Gonna say Earl Brody, man.
Hell no, man. He died. My lawyer died. I'm tripping. I can't remember his name, but he died. But I met him because I fell asleep in court.
I was gonna get Earl Brody at one time. Crazy.
On one of my cases, I had a hot one, and I fell asleep. The judge was like, "Man, what the hell you doing falling asleep? You gotta." I'm like, "Man, look, man, I be here every single day. I'm here. I'm at court every single day for one of these cases. If it ain't Inglewood Court for traffic, I'm here for all of these." He made him consolidate all my cases under one lawyer. Dude beat all my cases. Man, I ended up coming home just on probation.
When's the last time you seen Rockhead?
Shit. About a month ago.
You're talking about ICANN and developing options.
Yeah. You know, Rockhead.
Also, Rockhead was up there at Jim Brown's house when you and Keystone and all them.
No. He was in jail. He was doing it. He was doing it.
Again, when I got out, Big U went in.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting at Jim's house, and I'm chilling. And Jim said, "Rock, you know Stone, and Big U." Yeah. I said, "Big U? That little motherfucker that caused the shit up in the county jail?" I said, "I don't know Stone, but I know who Big U. I know Big U." And again, when Big U got out and we kind of reconnected, I'm like, "Man, where you been? I heard you been out for a few years." He said, "Rock, man, I told myself I'm gonna walk away, step back, and deal with myself for these 4 to 5 years. And once I get off parole and everything, then I'm gonna make my moves." And the moves he made, I said it before, I'm gonna say it now, was ridiculously awesome. For him to create development options, for him to get into the music stuff, for him to do the things that he's doing positive in a strong, powerful way, based on his mindset, what he said he's gonna do when he get out of jail. It's hard for us to set plans in jail and say, these are things we're gonna do, but first, I'm gonna beat the system by not doing shit, by not participating in nothing, be a father, be a husband, and stay away. Then as soon as he got out of parole, you saw this dude, like everybody, "Big, you goddamn big." I mean, I'm like, damn, I know that he wasn't allowed, it kind of threw me off. But for him to educate himself at that level, to prepare himself to who he is today, you don't get it nowhere else. You can't get it any better.
How did you and Stone hook up with Jim Brown?
I had met Jim Brown. I was playing semi-pro football.
Yeah.
And one of my partners from Inglewood family, we was all on the same team. We was on the semi-pro team. Me, Lil F-Bone, Bronco T, JT, Cobby. We was all playing semi-pro football. I had this black van, and we was playing in Pasadena.
But the way Jim Brown...
Watch this other dude pull up that just got out, did 28 years.
Speak on Stone, man. He said he cried.
Yeah.
Jim loved him some Stone.
Everybody loves Stone, though.
I kind of want to tap in.
But let me tap into this. This is Andre Sparks.
Which one? This guy?
That's another one of our big homies. That's who we looked at. That's who we looked up to.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, that's what I always talk about. Okay. Yeah, and Drake, come on in there, man. Come on in. This is who we looked up to. And Drake just did what? 20? How long he just did?
28.
Drake just did 28. Now he can tell you everything about Stone and himself, because like I said, out of we had niggas that we looked up to over here. And I remember in the last interview I did, dudes was feeling some kind of way because I didn't mention certain dudes, but I can't mention niggas I didn't know. And I ain't heard of certain names we didn't hear about. Really, to be honest with you, I didn't have to hear about them because we had already had the niggas we was looking up to. You know what I'm saying? I could walk out the door and look up to a nigga that was older than me that was doing it. That was getting money and already been to the pen or whatever, and was telling us how it should go. You know what I mean? And Dre was the oldest one. Dre was the oldest one on the block. And I mean, really, he could tell you the story of the AG. We was babies. And what you older than Stone or younger than Stone?
That's older.
He older than Stone.
That's Sparks?
Yeah.
Well, what year did you land on Arlington, Sparks?
1963.
Wow. And when you landed, damn.
What was the block like? What was the racial makeup of the block back then? We had white.
Super OG. Shit, I wasn't even born until 74. He got over there. Was he born in 63 or did he just get to Arlington in 63? But Big U said this is his big homie, an individual that he looked up to and that they all looked up to. And he just said he just did 28 years and just came home not long before this situation, before this interview right here. You can just tell this is not the kind of individual you want to play with.
It's on his block.
Predominantly white?
No.
No?
Maybe like 6 or 7 at the most.
How old are you?
59.
Do you remember when these kids landed on the block?
Yeah. Definitely.
Did the block change when they landed on the block?
A lot of kids. Him, his cousins, aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were a gang themselves.
It was a team.
It was a team.
It was a team.
So you kind of remember when the Rolling 60s hit this side of the tracks then, huh?
Of course.
Do you know what year that was?
I would say 75, 76. That's when it became recognizable.
He could tell you about Kwame, Rennie, when Kwame got hit.
Right there, 1981, June 1981, when Kwame Harris got killed.
In this alley right here.
Right there. Renford Forte got killed October 26, 1980.
That's Rennie.
It's Rennie.
Rennie.
He's too old to be an Arlington hustler.
Who?
This guy.
This nigga Arlington, though.
Honorary Arlington hustler?
No, like I told you. Remember I told you we was
resident. Okay.
We was the young niggas, and then when we got it all the way to the point, them was the niggas we looked up to. Him, like I said, I always say him. Every time I do an interview, I always cite Andre Sparks because he was the oldest dude to me on our block. You know what I mean? I had older cousin Alvin, but Alvin was younger than him, but he was the one in the streets though. You know what I mean? Like if we was gonna have counsel or we had an issue, I ain't gonna catch this nigga walking down the street.
Who were the first 60s on this side of the track, Sparks, that you can remember, that lived in this area around 59th Street School?
I'm not gonna put their names out there.
Put the dead ones out there. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
Finish up with blockheads. And then
Right. Where you going? You going to Compton?
Yeah.
You going to sign a release for my document?
right.
Get it to me.
She right there. She ain't gonna let you go nowhere. I guarantee you. She ain't gonna let you walk off the block.
All right, my man.
She already getting the paperwork.
Oh,
You know what? Let's get his years, 87 to 91, leading up to when he catches his case and sends it to the prison.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
I just want to finish off Rockhead 48 and then he could get out.
Okay.
OG ain't giving up
So
no
we're still on
info.
4800?
4800 was sick.
Big Marcel, Lantana, look at the Grandies.
Oh yeah, Sale was there. Sale was there.
OG ain't
Sale was
giving
there.
up nothing.
What's the name that got killed with man, what's the name's a wrestler all the time.
Gangster was the trustee.
Gangster was on the other side, yo. Sale was on our side.
Yeah.
Sale was on my side. Big
Talking about gangster from Santana Block. Shout out to gangster from Santana Block, OGN TV. He was in the county jail with Big U. They talking about 1986. These some real OGs. They've been around for a while. Been through some real gladiator type situations, man. Believe that.
Southside.
Stone them. Stone was
Michael
over
Stone was
there.
in there?
Michael Stone.
Michael
That's
Stone.
how I met Michael Stone.
He from Corner Pocket.
Oh, you from Corner Pocket?
Yeah, that's why you said that. I'm like,
Oh, I'm sorry. my
Jerry
bad.
Stone. Yeah, right.
Jerry Stone. Jerry Stone. Yeah, Jerry Stone was there. Not Michael wasn't there. Jerry Stone was there. That was my big homie, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I used to wrestle that big old nigga. Like, he was bigger than me. Because I'm 6'3", so Jerry Stone had to be 6'4".
They was all tall. They was 6'4", 6'5".
Strong as a motherfucker. Man, that nigga used to I used to wrestle all the time, but he had bad feet, though. Remember, he had bad feet. And I used to leave my cell just to go there and say, that nigga loved me to death, man. Jerry Stone, man. That was him. I really was cool with all the old niggas, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like him, Jerry. I mean,
It was about
Jerry
40 characters there at that time.
No, Michael Stone wasn't there. It was only Jerry Stone,
Marcellus.
Hoover Dog, Marcellus was on the other side, came again. Big Insane from Insane Crip was there.
Richard Thornton. Big Insane.
Yeah.
Hey, so look, Draw, you know we interviewed Lil Doc, right? 6'9" East Coast.
Yeah, my nigga.
Yeah. He was in there with you?
Yeah, Doc was there for about 2 years with us. Me, it was out of the young crew was, cause F-Bone them left. F-Bone, Looney, all the homies who's my age left. So it left me really was fucking with these coasters. So it was really like the roller coaster. Me, Doc, Bub, Sad, Sandman, and then our homies, you know, was kind of like coming and going. But they was there for a long time. Like it was, and then I gauge it because, you know, our homies might come for about 3-4 months, 5-6 months, a year fight a case, but you know, it was certain of us who stayed there like 2 years fighting a bunch of cases. Doc was there. Me and Lil Doc was there for a long time.
Doc said you was in there bailing out East Coast?
Yeah, I bailed out my dogs, man. I bailed out Raton. I bailed Raton out. His bill was $250,000. I bailed him out. I bailed out like 5 niggas, man. When I came home, I'm like, man, I got you. As soon as I get home, I got you.
Was this off of Minnesota money?
Off Minnesota money, man.
Yeah, that Minnesota money. Okay, they go on and on and on, man. Actually, you know, for a few hours or something. And they talk about Big U when he hit the penitentiary. He hit the penitentiary yard with the CCOs and the Blue Notes. And a whole and they had some stuff going on there. But shout out to Big U, man. Again, and Rockhead, shout out to Kev Mac and Kev Mac Videos. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Of course, Big U is in a situation now where he's fighting for his very life. And, you know, the interview was from some years ago, and it seemed like he was on the right path, you know, or at least was trying to be on the right path. He was certainly successful. But this really dates back to about the time that the feds say that they begin to watch him or whatever and build some sort of case against him. We'll see what happens with his situation, but there in the county jail, that's what it just was. It was very dangerous, very vicious, still is. And the Crip module, a lot of brutality transpired right there in the Crip module. And you had to really be someone going into the Crip module. You had to really be willing to fight and stay down. If those individuals in there sensed any weakness in you, it was over. You were done, because it would be more than just one individual that you would have to deal with. You have to deal with boatloads of people once they smell the weakness on you. You have all kinds of predators then preying upon you. So really, the moment that you hit the place and the moment that someone tries you in any sort of way, you have to put down a demonstration. A demonstration would indeed be a prerequisite to respect in the Los Angeles County Jail and in prison too. You can mind your own business and be okay as well, of course. But sometimes that's just not enough for some of these people minding your own business. Sometimes individuals want to try you for various reasons. You're not looking for trouble, but if it finds you, then you deal with what you have to deal with. But in order to remedy that whole situation, just stay out, because the county jail is very dangerous. But that, again, that's Rockhead from Santana Block. And Big U said he was the Crip God, the Crip Messiah. Basically, he came into 4800, and this is a module, the worst module in the jail. The whole jail is wretched, but this is the worst of the worst. And they are all in here together. Oh, man, just a combustible situation on a daily basis. Daily. And a bunch of piranhas are in here. OGs, young individuals who have a lot of fervor and energy and a lot of violent energy. They're exercising that energy on a daily basis. And in walks Rockhead, and all of these individuals bow down. That's the word that Big U used to Rockhead. But so that's how it was supposed to go. That's how things are supposed to happen. If you are who you are, then that's the way it's going to go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay safe and stay free, people.